Alright guys, yesterday I ran a segment talking about Genshin Impact and artists on Twitter getting backlash for quote-unquote racist orientalist designs or something of the sort. In that video, it was almost 10 minutes long and I thoroughly explained not just the topic, but also my opinion, somewhat thoroughly. I could definitely explain it even more thoroughly. But the point is, compared to my usual 2 to 3 minute long segment, that one was certainly more in depth. And what I'm getting at is in this video, though we have a similar topic here, I don't want to rehash everything I said in yesterday's video, as that would be extremely redundant for people that saw it and for myself too. I literally don't want to repeat everything I said yesterday. Think you can understand, hope you can. Although if you missed that segment and want to check it out, link in the description for you. Keep it nice and simple. And here's today's topic. Thank you for the tag. Once again, hi LOL, always appreciate ya. Says 91,000 people liked this post, and I'm assuming 100,000 plus people eventually to be liking it as the post grows. 15,000 people retweeted the post and also liked it. Only 1,000 people hated this post. That just means there's nothing wrong with the post and that normal people are fine with it. So wait, are you telling me that the angry people is really just a small and loud group? Well, that can't be. They're supposed to speak for everyone. I'm going to point out that I'm being sarcastic there. Some people just never get my sarcasm. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe my sarcasm is too dry. I don't know. So we have this artist, PC Crow. I will also have their @ in the description if you want to check out their art here in the video or more of their art on their profile, as you'll get a better, be able to see this better on your own. I'm only going to show so much of this art. You can get the point, though. So if you saw yesterday's segment, I think you'll already be able to predict why people are upset with this. I mean, I kind of alluded to it already in this video. Let's take a look. I see I also got tagged by Candy. Thank you for the tag. And NV2, thank you for the tag as well. Looks like Juniper's not so happy about that, though. Says, it's embarrassing to tag me. Personally, I think it's embarrassing for Juniper to get pressed over such trivial things. That's how they want to live their life, though. Go for it. And so here's why 1% of the people engaging with this tweet or so are offended at the art. As mentioned, it's pretty similar to stuff we talked about yesterday. Returning to hi LOL, they make another interesting point here, essentially talking about how cultures, including their own, are too strict and oppressive to them, especially as a gay man who wants to feel sexy and stuff like that. And to be clear, I'm not saying that hi LOL is or is not Egyptian. I'm not too familiar with this term. I believe this can be used as a somewhat broad term though, so I'm just kind of making a generalization right now. So what do you do when two sides of the same culture are saying vastly different things? One side says something is offensive, and the other side says it's not offensive. Furthermore, what if the people saying it's not offensive are the majority? Then should everyone bow down to the offended side just because? Well, I think these sort of things should be handled on a more case-by-case basis. If I know, for example, one Egyptian person who doesn't care about what Twitter cops care about, then maybe I would tag them in art by PC Crow, the artist featured in this video. However, if I know a different Egyptian person who doesn't like that sort of art, obviously I'm not going to tag them there. This is a very rudimentary example, however I think the point is clear enough. Overall, I think there are more net benefits to respecting people as individuals as opposed to sticking them all in the same label and dictating how they should all think and act. And it's important I make this clear. I'm specifically talking about groups and treating people like this in the context of, for example, art on Twitter that may offend some people and not offend others. I'm not saying this applies to every group. For example, there are obviously crazy extremist groups out there that just want to make people suffer. What I'm saying does not apply in those situations. And I will also say this, what I'm saying may not apply at all, because once again, this is just my opinion and maybe it has no relevance to anything, which is totally possible. I will also say this, my opinion tends to change fairly often as I acquire new knowledge and information and hear different sides and perspectives on things. In closing, let's return to the issue people have with PC Crow's art. And an interesting comment made by Coco Goat that says, so I bet you're fine with the sexualization of Japanese shrine maidens, the shogun, and the Chinese female adepti in sexy bodysuits, right? It's an interesting point, and this all makes me think of other questions as well. Specifically, if we're all supposed to get offended at sexual depictions of whatever culture we're from, and things like that, doesn't the same standard need to apply across the board? I have to then ask, why are depictions of murder, for example, okay? Like in gaming and movies and shows, whatever, where a character murders another character, shouldn't this all be not okay and or banned as well? It seems if depicting a culture in a sexy way is not okay, then so many other things should absolutely not be okay. Like it's opening an endless rabbit hole almost. Where does it end? And how does this sort of approach not just end up contradicting itself with constantly shifting standards and the one-sided application of them? Once again, I don't have the answers. I just have some questions. Let me know what you think though in the comments. As always, thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you found this segment to be interesting. I'll see you in the comments and tomorrow for the next one. Have a great rest of your Sunday, by the way.